Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching the weekly Steelchair.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me laying face down.
Hello everybody, hello. How are we doing? It's good to see you all. It's just me. Just me tonight. Josiah and Temple will be here tomorrow for the end of year show. But I am here to run through this little review show. But we're not going to be here long. It's always good to clean. Cleaning things up is always good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Chester. We're not going to be here long, probably about an hour and a half. I think an hour and a half is more than enough, I think. If we go a bit over, then we go a bit over, but that's okay. Sudden interruptions are always fun. Hello, Mila? Hello there. But yeah, we're just gonna go through everything from last night. Go through what everybody liked, anything you didn't like. And then we'll bounce. I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you doing? To be fair, I had about a 4-hour nap earlier on. What's up, Zach? National Chocolate Candy Day. I should have had chocolate with me. I love chocolate. Ugh. But what did everybody think of the pay-per-view last night, if you've watched it? If you watched it, what did you think? I'd love to hear what everybody thought about it. I certainly think it was intriguing, considering where I had my doubts and my positive hopes. Some changed, some didn't. But we certainly got through a lot last night, which was quite good. But the question is really, what do you all think? Let's see, can I change that? Yes, I can. Not use this, Noel. I'll bring back my pride and joy. There we go. So, as well as this review, we also have to do a chat vote tonight because we actually have a problem. We had a fatal four-way tie on the predictions last night. That's for anyone else to decide. Why is that so important? It's just what people do what they feel like they need to do. But whatever makes you feel comfortable, I guess. It's probably the only thing I can say. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, go with that. But that's about it. But yeah, we have a tie. 4 people on the predictions. You're welcome. 4 people on the prediction stream had a very good night in terms of what they predicted. We need to determine how we reward them. And actually, whilst I'm here, I need to add one other prediction to the... because we got certain predictions in last night late. Right, where is it? Yep. Let me just quickly chuck these predictions in because they're important because it ties into who actually wins the whole thing. Because I think we all want to see who wins. Excuse me. Right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fucking hell. Okay, now we're screwed. Hello, Betty. What's up, Chester? We don't have a fatal 4-way tie. We have a fatal 5-way. Actually, wait, no we don't. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, we don't. We're fine. Still a fatal 4-way. It's okay. Roy Sheen didn't get 9, she got 8. So Roy Sheen ties with me, she ties with Abul, and she ties with Temple. Okay, that's fine. Right, we need to sort this out. Same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you as well. Larkbart, good to see you as well. We're in for quite a test, so we need to decide who's going to be the new predictions champion. Because Temple lost. Officially. But he lost due to the tie. Obviously, he had his draw at the last event, which means he can't draw, which means the title moves on to the next champion. But the next champion is the chat vote. So we're going to vote this. So there's two, obviously, there's going to be two polls. Because obviously there's the portrait and there's the landscape posts that are on the channel. There's two live shows. Honestly, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if his first challenge is Kenny Omega. But I don't know. So I'm going to put two polls in. Alright, Nick. So we need to decide who's going to be champion. And it's for the chat to decide. Yeah, the main event was really good. Now I want people to actually be fair. To be honest, I thought that pay-per-view flew by. Like, it flew by for me, which is weird. Started at what, 1? Finished just before 5? Like, it flew for me. So we've got Zodiac. We've got Chester. Do you think we get any news on Dynamite who Darby will face soon? Realistically, but Darby isn't the main talking point of this week's Dynamite anyway. The main talking point is going to be who steps up to the champion. The last one is Mo. Okay, there we go. So because there's two separate streams because of YouTube and StreamYard, you can post it twice. There's going to be two polls, so I'm going to take the collective. Now, Chester, you are not allowed to vote for yourself. So didn't chance it. I think realistically Joe should get a title rematch, but I think his first challenger will probably be Kenny at Revolution. Hangman's a good chaser, but I don't know if he'll get a title shot so quickly. If he does, then fair enough. But I wouldn't give him it. Let's see who people vote over both polls. Chester and Mo, okay. And then on the other poll that started, I'll wait for people just to start putting votes in for it. And it's just the rules. It's just the rules. I'll keep that vote. I'll keep that going for a wee while. But yeah, no voting for yourself. Be respectful. Commit to the whole thing. Okay, still no votes on the portrait one. On landscape, we do have a 50-50 at the minute. Okay. I'll keep that up. What was your overall score? Same as me. You got 8 positives, 3 negatives. I can't vote for yourself. Well, no, Lark Bark, because you're not on it. What would you do with the elite now? I would start to fade them out. The Don Callis family, I would start to separate and I would start to fade them out. Okay, we've got a vote for Zodiac. Okay. No one voting for Josiah. That's a... Like it says, oh, people don't want a second Josiah reign. He is here tomorrow, so he'll not let you forget. So please don't vote for him. I'll keep that vote open for another... Actually, I'll just keep them running until the end of the show. I think we'll keep it running until the end of the show, and then whatever happens at the end of the show, that's your new champion. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, so... I didn't watch 0 Hour, but obviously I've seen some of the results, but there is obviously some issues with it, because on 0 Hour, we had that mixed nuts mayhem match, the Death Riders and Marina Shafir versus Tony Storm and the Conglomeration. That was moved to the main show, and instead we got 2 unadvertised matches. So naturally we can predict those, so you don't need to worry about that. They don't count to your score. Everybody pretty much bar 2 people got the Conglomeration right. Obviously Temple, if he hadn't been a FUD and changed it to the Death Riders, would have been involved in this. He would have been involved in this tie, but no, he chose to change it to this. We're going to obviously begin... We're only reviewing the main card, which was good. Okay, we got a 67% vote for Zodiac. Oh, Zodiac is killing it as first champ vote. And it's the total over both polls, on this poll and on the other show, so it's actually... Right now he is in the lead completely, so that is good. Let's begin the festivities. So main card begins with the semi-final that everyone was anticipating, everyone that was looking forward to it, everyone that was wondering how it was going to go. The semi-final of Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita. The major elements of surprise. Well, at least your PC's working for now, decent. The element of surprise certainly caught into people when you watch this match. It was heavy hitting, it was fast paced. Timing wise, it managed really well. What's up? What's up, Delgado? You were at World's End last night. Sick. Did you enjoy it? Super fun, fireworks super loud. I bring my red headphone. Nice one, Delgado. Good to see you as well. But yeah, in the chat, guys, if you can vote for your new predictions champion, glad to hear it. So this opening match obviously did have people questioning, well, who should go over? Should it be the veteran, or should it be the younger up-and-comer? And it did obviously pose that question from a lot of people. Should we go for the young star, or do we really tie in and stick still with the prime commodity who knows how to win these types of tournaments? And in the end, AEW went for Okada to prevail by using Screwdriver. I thought that was very good foreshadowing. It was good storytelling. I like the desperation in Okada that he knew he had to find other ways to win because Takeshita was making it difficult. And by using the screwdriver, it also told a key element that will come up shortly, and that's what I really like about it. Now, people are going to say, oh, they should have went with... Hey, Atina. People are going to say, oh, they should have went with Takeshita, he's younger. It makes more sense. Well, no, it doesn't, because there's still time to push Takeshita. There's still time to push other young talents that they have. They're actually got the young core roster, so you can't say they're not pushing young talent. The manner of it is how far you're willing to go, and then you take action from it. So for me personally, I actually think the decision to go with Okada was the right thing to do. It allows Takeshita to feel aggrieved and cheated. It allows him to feel under pressure going into his match next week at Wrestle Kingdom. People just seem to think, oh, he has to win every single time in AEW, but it doesn't always work like that. Like, the key point that you need to look at is what is going to come from this. Next week he's in a title versus title match. I wondered when the dead would send you back to us, Catherine. Good to see you. You're more than welcome to join, by the way, if you like. No surprise, on the second poll there's one vote for Josiah, so currently Josiah has... He's in second place, behind Zodiac. Interesting. But yeah, the predictions champion is one of the 4 men on the poll. Like I say, I like Takeshita, I like Okada. It didn't matter to me who went through. But for me, it was the right choice because you can build up Takeshita now as that babyface. You can build him up like he got cheated when arguably he was the... In that match, he was the better wrestler. Ah, nice. I hope you got everything, and I hope it was a good drive. At least you can catch up with it now. You can catch up and enjoy it in your own time as well, so you can let me know what you think about it. It was the right call to go with it, because now you can build up a sympathetic babyface. Which, to be fair, AEW doesn't really have. And before you say, oh, Hangman's not a sympathetic babyface. He's just a babyface. Whereas Takeshita got cheated for being the more committed, better athlete. His pyro does that for people. So I actually like that they've positioned Takeshita in this position, and it's not just that, oh, it's the Continental Champion, it's the Unified Champion defeating the IWGP Champion. It's mentor defeating the student. Like Takeshita is a student of Okada. People are going to say, oh, but he's not, he's from the dojo, but look at who he closely follows. And people are assuming, oh, we have to do it this way. No, we don't have to do it this way. I'm turning that off. Hold on. There we go. Never get ahead of the... Never get ahead of yourself in thinking, oh, what can we get from this? Alright, Fernando. It was the right choice to go with Okada over Takeshita last night, so credit to them where credit's due for storytelling purposes. Which then leads into match number 2. Match number 2 of the main card. Of course, was Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley, which is actually the better match out of the 2 semi-finals. Because the styles contrast each other really well, so this was much more effective, this was much more destructive, this was more time-consuming. For 20 plus minutes, you really got to see both men take each other to the limit. The nearest of near falls went to Kyle Fletcher. Yes, it's just me. The nearest of near falls. And in the end, eventually, Moxley would win by the Bulldog choke. What I like about it, and I said there about storytelling, and this is what people need to really start looking at now and just admit they were wrong all along. AEW did tell a story in this one. Well, actually, in this match, there's 2 stories. One is Moxley's redemption after obviously losing the world title. He's been suffering so many losses, submissions, losing confidence. So he's had his own little clawback to the top, basically. Whereas Kyle Fletcher's story is he says he's the main point of the Don Callis family. He's the future of AEW. He sees himself as the centerpiece. Well, if you're going to do that, you have to beat the ace of AEW. Whether you like it or not, Jon Moxley is still the ace of AEW until someone takes that position. When I've said it last night, when Moxley's called upon, when someone is called upon to step up, when someone's called upon and asked to step up to be the main person or to steady the ship or to establish a new direction and then someone takes over, Moxley does it every time. So it was the right call for Moxley to beat Fletcher, and the use of the screwdriver where it was taken from Fletcher as well. He knows that he planted it. This is his chance to cement his opportunity. I really like that little subtlety. It was really well done. It was a good match, and Okada should have won. Nope. Go back last night. Okada lost the exact way that I said he was going to lose. What about it did you not like, Tina? How do you feel about Joe's world title reigns both being transitional? I don't particularly like the fact that he was just a transitional champion, but you know that Joe's a professional. He does business. You can't fault someone if they're asked to just do a job. And he carries it well. So, if anything, I've got no quarrel at all. Like, I've got no issue with it. I would have preferred one pay-per-view title defense, but you know what? I'm just glad that Samoa Joe is more respected and more treated. Josiah can't make it. He told me this morning. But he's on tomorrow night for the end of year show. Tomorrow's the last show of the Steelchair. I like that we actually got to see the test of Moxley as well, where he was pushed to the limit by a young talent as well. Really pushed. Like, Moxley really got hammered last night. And he became a babyface. And I'm gonna say that wasn't on purpose. I don't think that was intentional. I think that was an accident. If Samoa Joe was in WWE right now, he would. If he was in WWE right now, he would still be on commentary. Just for 2025. Just for 2025. Yes, he did. In terms of just wrestling matches, those were his best matches in AEW in a long time. Like, seriously, a long time. And people are going to say, oh, come on, Shoei, that's a bit harsh. No. No, I'm being genuinely serious. Those two matches last night were his best matches in a long time. And I'm actually glad I chose to watch them live instead of going to sleep. The thing is, Fernando, if you actually look at it, and we'll come on to that when we get to the final, I'm going to star your comment because I actually have a different take to this that makes it more interesting. So I'm going to star this. John Moxley shouldn't be a face, and I understand it's out of his control due to maybe because he's so popular with the fans. It definitely wasn't on purpose. It definitely wasn't on purpose to make him a babyface, but the crowd got behind him. It's almost like, you know what? It's appreciation. And he has certainly earned that. He's earned it. And credit to Bryan Danielson. And if anyone wants to guess why, you'll figure it out. What's up, Abu? No me gusta donde MJF Vico Samoa Joe. Fair enough. If you don't think that MJF should have beat Samoa Joe in the main event, that's okay. But what about the rest of the show? Abu, you were very close to becoming the new champion last night. The funny thing is, people are going to assume that Moxley needs to lose to have the Death Riders turn on him. Did you not see what happened after he beat Okada? If you picked MJF, mate, you would have been the new. Sorry, if Samoa Joe retained last night, you would have been the new champion by proxy. Because Temple can't draw. You would have drew a Temple on points and you would have won the title. You finished on the same score as me. You were that close. It was really close last night. Everybody last night, bar one person, had their best performance all year. It's a consistent show for the poll. Everybody had, like, for the predictions, everybody had their best performance combined. He doesn't want the title, he's taking something else. I didn't get a lot of predictions off you last night, so you actually were in second last. I only got 4 predictions off you last night. I didn't get them all off you, so you were second last. But it's okay. You actually got 100% score from all the matches you predicted. So that's not a bad thing. Fucking hell, there's already 100+ views on the on the portrait stream already. We've only been live for 35 minutes. Fucking hell. That's fair, Tina. That's fair. Anyway, back to this. So, your two semi-final matches had conflicting styles. Moxley versus Fletcher was better than Okada versus Takeshita. Yeah, Darby really let loose last night. It was a good match though. Like, I was surprised. Like I was surprised by that one. One match, however, I'm gonna have to really knuckle into. Adoring people is just what it is. See, the funny thing is, last night I know I had Gabe Kidd to win, but I actually think that match should have ended in a no contest. I've been thinking about it since last night. It should have ended in a no contest. Both men should have just punched each other out. Like, the exhaustion, and then both men just get counted out. I actually think that would have been a better outcome. It protects Gabe Kidd, but also it infuriates Darby. So that's what I would have done. Last night should have ended in a no contest. And speaking of that, the next match was pretty much a no contest when you put pile drivers into it. The Chicago Street Fight for the World Tag Team titles was your third match of the evening. Yes, it's confirmed, which is what I told you on the chat last night. I wouldn't get so carried away with it though. Just because I don't think it's going to do much except the fact that Willow is going to get her head kicked in. Like, she's really going to get her head kicked in. The longest match of the night as well. I wouldn't have minded if both were carried out in stretchers. If it was a no contest, it would have been fine. The longest match of the card was Moxley versus Fletcher, which is a good thing. Like, it was a genuinely good thing. But yes, so the Chicago Street Fight, I really enjoyed this one. It was the right call to keep, obviously we all agree it was the right call to keep FTR as champion. Losing after the first defense is really stupid. At least they can establish the tag titles again, let them run a bit. It's not that they weren't established in any shape or form, but it's a proper tag team. You can let them work, let them enjoy themselves. I thought Juice Robinson was the best in this entire match. Juice Robinson really sold it for me. I think the whole workaround, like the way he kept working, is almost if he was working for, he was expecting help, but it never came, which I think is really good. In the end, of course, it was 4 pile drivers. If he came back during that match, I would have hated it. The final was the wrong call. I don't think so. I think the more I thought about it, I actually think it was the right one. If Jay White had honestly returned during this match, I would have got angry. Like, I would have been angry. But I'm glad he didn't. In the very end, FTR does win with the spike pile driver, because he shouldn't be returning during a tag match. If Mox reunites with Eddie, I'm going to stop watching. If he ends up working with that moron, I'm going to be angry. And by the way, why would Moxley reunite with Eddie Kingston when Eddie Kingston's just reunited with Ortiz? Ortiz was backstage last night. Eddie Kingston will just drag Moxley down. 2026 will be defining for them now. Yeah, I don't want it either. He's already recalled Ortiz, which is going to be really interesting how they're going to use him, because I really don't know. I think that's your tag team though, Kingston and Ortiz going forward. Jay's part of the Bang Bang. It would have made sense. Yes, he's part of the Bang Bang, but he's got no need to be a part of that match. His place is where the main event is. There's more at stake for him in the main event. Callahan and Mox, it's too similar. It's too similar. It just wouldn't work. It's like Terry Funk as Chainsaw Charlie with Cactus Jack. I'm going to be honest, even though that was exciting, that didn't work either. Like, that didn't work. And Sami Callihan became so fucking lazy anyway. Like, 3 years of laziness. Like, nah. After 2022, I gave up on Sami Callihan. Especially after that pathetic match with Mance Warner. Nonetheless, Juice Robinson was by far the standout. Really impressed with him. He was excellent, cold-blooded. We then got... Yes, I know, but that was years ago. But nonetheless, it makes no difference. Claudio and Hero, they weren't even that great a tag team. I don't know why people are so held up on the Kings of Wrestling. They weren't that good. And I used to watch them. I never once cared. Callahan and Mox, for some part of it, was fine. But Callahan's a lazy bastard. And I would tell that to his lard arse face. Oh, we're going to come to that, don't you worry. We're going to come to that, but first of all, we need to go through this women's tag team title match, and it's exactly what I said was going to happen. Babes of Wrath retain. Another Mercedes loss. The crash out continues. The story continues. Just saying, I called it. The downfall of Monet is going to continue. 2026, watch her lose title after title after title after title after title. What's up, Carl? Good to see you. And what's up, James? Everyone's got to run errands, mate. Everyone's got to have the madness, but you're here. That's what's most important. And you guys vote for your new predictions champion. Currently, Chester is now in the lead. Fair play. Let's have a look on the other poll. The other poll is a three-way tie. Interesting. It was a fatal four-way draw, yeah. I don't know if Danielson's not retired though. So he could. I think he only comes out just to kick the shit out of Wheeler Yuta. So far, all you've missed is the two semi-final matches, the Chicago Street Fight. We're now talking about the women's tag match, which I actually thought was too short. At 13 minutes 10 seconds, it was the shortest of the title matches, and it was the third shortest match on the card. I actually thought it was too quick. If I'm being honest, I wonder if that was to protect the talent or because it was just a tag match, but I thought it was far too quick. Really didn't understand that. But that match was good for the facial expressions of Athena. Mercedes still showing why she's still one of the best workers in the world. Harley Cameron's ability to get the crowd on her side as a babyface. And then Willow just... everything she touches turns to gold. Like... people are not going to like this, what I'm about to say. And I'm okay if you don't like it. I hope they do this match again at Revolution. I would do this at back-to-back pay-per-views. Because now you can have a longer build as well. And then what happens immediately after Revolution? To be fair, my match of the night was Continental Classic Final. Like that was my match of the night. Of course, Mercedes Moné took the pin from Willow. It was a great pin combination. Shades of Chris Statlander, that float over hold, it was really well done. I like the concept, I like the contrast. I thought it was really well done in terms of executing the pin. MJF versus Okada, what, next year? That may happen. But I thought that was really well done. I was actually more glued in. I didn't expect it to be as good. But the one that really caught me by surprise was the next match, because again, we're going to talk about it now. Darby versus Gabe Kidd. I had Gabe Kidd to win the predictions. Everyone else, apart from a few people, had Darby. I personally think we will see Mox versus Okada again in 2026. And I'm all for it. Fletcher versus Mox was close second. I still think that this match is the second shortest match by 5 seconds. 12 minutes 50. The women's match was 13:10. Whereas the shortest match at 12:45 is up next. But Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd was aggressive, it was violent, it was brutal, there was good wrestling. But you know that gif of that woman from... what's that? What's the show? It's the woman who has the big wine glass and she's just pouring wine in it. Every time you watch a Darby Allin match, you're just pouring alcohol. Or in my case, Pepsi Max. Last night, I liked the use of the steel steps. Because there's no issue with that. But why do we need to insist on outside of the ring coffin drops? Like, last night should have been about Darby out wrestling Gabe Kidd. You know? It should have been about him trying to show he's a better wrestler. And he didn't. Like, Darby fluked it. Darby fluked the result. He fluked the win. He caught Gabe. It got him off guard. But even as such, after that, I don't think anybody was really... If you look at the crowd reaction, I don't think the crowd liked it that Darby Allin won last night. I'm not expecting them to turn on Darby Allin, but they didn't. I don't think they liked it. I think they wanted Gabe to win. And when you want the heel to beat the babyface, it shows that they see something else in him than they do in Darby. Now, Darby's a good wrestler. He's a good talent. But why does Darby have to win this? I'm going to go on a limb. Darby did not need to win last night. That's... You've basically fed a 150-pound midget a feast of Gabe Kidd, who is about 238, something like that. He's well over 230 pounds. So he's already got a massive weight advantage on Darby. And you made him less. You made him feel less than what he is. I'm going to go on a limb. The match was fun, apart from that coffin drop and the overuse of Darby just fluking the win. Gabe Kidd, if I were you, I would be like, I'm not working with him again. If I'm just going to lose. Because last night, Gabe should have won. When Darby kicked out the pile driver, I said in a group chat I've got with Josiah and Temple, I said if he kicked out the pile driver, I'd be fucking furious. And what happened? What happened? He basically is Spike Dudley. Except he can wrestle better than Spike, though. That's the only difference. And absolutely, James, it was more suited for Dynamite. That should have been a Dynamite main event with TV time remaining. That's how much time I would have given that. Like, when Darby kicked out the pile driver, I was like, yeah, okay, great. Thanks for ruining Gabe Kidd. People are not going to think, oh, he's ruined, but he is. Because I guarantee that his pile driver gets kicked out of at Wrestle Kingdom next week. In the 5-on-5. His pile driver is now going to become less. Because Suicide Midget broke out of it with ease. I hate this. Like, just let it be a finish. That should have ended Darby. Because Darby was ruined, like, top to bottom. Like, the serious level of injury. Oh, there's something I didn't bring up, actually, that I should have done. One of my spots of the night was that brainbuster on the ring apron. Moxley looked dead against Fletcher. Shout out to both of them for that. The trust to do that. That was excellent. But yeah, it should have been either a Gabe Kidd win, or it should have been a no contest, and instead Darby won. Great. Fucking great. Just to let y'all know that Josiah's not happy with you. Currently Josiah's on a combined 50% to win the championship, and he's not happy that he's being cheated. At present, your new champion with a combined 75% is Chester, depending on votes. But Josiah is angry that you guys are not voting him. We're on 170 views already combined over both shows. Thanks, folks. It was an excellent promo. Thanks, Larbark. Okay, moving on to Mixed Nuts Mayhem. Do I have to review this match? Do I have to review this? Oh. Good God Almighty. I don't often advocate for shit, but this would have been my temptation to get back into alcohol. Nearly 2 years without drinking, and I was so tempted to just try and find an open place. This is horrible. This match, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. This match proves why nobody likes Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, and Orange Cassidy. Fucking awful. Toni Storm was killing it last night, and then you make her do a stupid dancing spot with Orange Cassidy. I hate to say this disrespectfully to Toni Storm, but see, because of that spot now, don't make her AEW Women's Champion again. Like, that's it. Like, her credibility's gone. Like, that's it. Sorry, Toni. Your credibility is gone because of that moron. It's done. I can't take her serious anymore because of that. And Excalibur, someone smack him over the head. Are we seeing the beginning of a throuple? Who says that? Imagine getting paid to do a job and then your main commentator says, RBC in the beginning of a throuple. Orange Cassidy has no chance with someone like Mina Shirakawa. Come on. It's like watching the exactly. It was a WWE match. This is the stupid shit that I want WWE to stop, not AEW to start. Roy Sheen, you with the diesel is still bad. Speaking of that, Speaking of the diesel, she should have kept her mouth shut. And of course, just for the sake of the next match, shouts to Marina Shafir for one of the fastest kicks I've ever seen on her husband Roderick Strong. That kick was hilarious. Mark Briscoe, of course, got the win for his team. But when it comes to the next match, Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter, for 10 minutes of this match, this is my reaction. And then this.
We do not care.
We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care.
And then for another 10 minutes. And then for 60 seconds.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on, man.
But then. Things get a bit good. And I felt the hunger. And then I heard the dishwashers being closed. And then all you heard was the sheer enjoyment of after 10 to 12 minutes, this match sucked. And I would love for people to try and prove me wrong. This match was awful. For like 12 minutes of the 18 minutes that we got. This match was awful. And then it just kicked into life. And it ended really strongly. Like I said that coming at this one, I was not looking forward to this. And I'm anything if not consistent to my word. I was not looking forward to this one at all. This match sucked. But I don't know what it was that changed it. Like, but they just realize, you know what, this isn't working. The crowd don't care. Catherine's probably thinking that we suck. They're probably right. But then when they just decided, you know what, we're not really doing anything. We're not picking up a pace. We're not really making the crowd feel like they're getting their money's worth. Let's really lock in. And they locked in, and then they both did each other's finishing maneuver. We got Haterade on Jamie Hater. We had Saturday Night's Fever on Statlander. Like we got to see some excitement at the very end. But why did it take them 10 minutes to do so? Bill Skarsgård played by Pennywise. That would be horrifying. Jamie Hater last night was far more interesting to watch than Statlander as well. Like, Statlander for me, I'm still trying to see a character. I'm still trying to see an evolution in her. I feel like I'm not seeing it. Jamie Hater, she's got a bit of respite with me. But if I don't see any improvement, the next, say by the beginning of March, then I do not give a flying shit after that about Jamie Hater. Even if she wins the world title, I'll be like, good, get off her the next night. Just get off her. I won't care. Like, I'm at that point where, like, we need to actually see some character and some development. If there's nothing there, I won't care. Like, I want to be warranted of enjoyment. I want to see some excitement on it. Oh, hold on. Zodiac is now in the lead for predictions champion. He's got a combined 83%. Ooh. Very good. "10 minutes of non-foreplay before the quick explosion." Abel, that sounds like you, mate. The match, of course, would end with Saturday Night Fever in the ring. It was a little bit of an anticlimax ending. Like, it was just, I think they could have done a bit more, but they really didn't. I feel like that was a little bit of a letdown. But the recovery of the match was good, so I will praise them for that. But the first 10 minutes, I felt like first 10 to maybe 12 minutes, I was sitting there going, ugh. The stare downs, the posing, the slowness of in between moves, not picking things up, not making it worthwhile. I was like, fuck this. And Abel, well, not Abel, he can't vouch for me, but Josiah can vouch for me because he knows I was annoyed really quickly. Hold on, what's he thinking? He says he's thinking. I'm intrigued. Don't hurt your brain, dude. What's this? So apparently, this is according to John Alba. This is interesting. John Alba says that Chris Jericho's AEW contract expires on Hogmanay, and he could debut as early as January 5th on Raw as a re-debut. Dude, You don't need to go back to WWE. There's nothing there for you. Mm-hmm. Same with David Finlay. Don't do it. The 2 matches left, and we're at an hour and 11 minutes. Yeah, John Alba's put it out, yeah. Jonathan Coachman thinks that if Jericho goes back to WWE, he'll demand creative control. Yeah, like Baldy's gonna give a star bigger than him creative control. I don't think so. Your semi-main event of the evening is your Continental Classic final for the Continental Championship. Yeah, I'm the same on that, Abu. Just do a global Painmaker tour. That's what I want to see. The Continental Classic final, John Moxley versus Okada. The winner will be the international. Sorry, not international. That would be much better. The winner will be the Continental Champion. It makes a lot of sense if he does go to WWE with Judas. I mean, it is, to be fair, AEW can't stop him because it is his own song. It would be wild if that was played, or even a mix of Judas and Break the Walls. Imagine you had that. You had like the start of Break, like the countdown, Break the Walls, and it goes into Judas. Temple, I think you need to make me a new song. So was I, because it cost me points. It could be a lot better though. The Judas effect could be so much better because it's aesthetically it's good. Even though Fletcher didn't make the final, I like the final that we got because there was so much of this on the line. There was so much of this. Where is it? So good. There was Jeopardy in this Continental Classic. Yes, you need to make me a new song. You need to make me a combination song. Yep, unfortunately, you said it. We suffer it. No, I give people what they want. There's a difference. What's up, Maria? Very happy. One thing is for sure, he better not get a year-long reign. Like, I don't want to see him hold that title close to All In. But he'll certainly have a decent second reign. I'm actually eager to see how far they go with it. I think he'll lose it All In, though. I think it's very obvious who he'll lose it to. What was that? What was that? Say that last bit again. Aye. Easy with that language, you. Easy. Well, we know your type is nuts, mate. We saw what you felt about nuts last night. I don't think I think it'll be All In, and then that's it. Boom. And I'm not bothered by that either way. I think it'll work. Wow. Right. Interesting. What grade do I give World's End? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Now, I believe I had another starred comment. This. Fernando said this earlier on. Moxley should have lost. Moxley should have lost to give the Death Riders a good reason to kick him out. See, after last night, nope. He already gave a better reason by winning. That one promo last night, what did he say last night? What's the one thing Moxley praised last night? In fact, I'll be specific. Who did Moxley praise more last night? The most. From his promo, after he beat Okada by pinfall, beat him clean, Okada's 4th clean pinfall in AEW, Actually, no, hold on. 5th. But his first major loss, a record loss, 647-day title reign, was ended last night. For all those thinking, oh, the Death Rider's a bad storyline. Oh. I think go back and double check. But look at that promo last night. Who did Moxley praise the most? And it's not a trick question. Who did he praise the most? They will eventually. Wasn't AEW that he praised the most? They're going to end soon, after what happened last night. But there was someone specific that he praised last night that sealed his own fate. Ow. Christ, I'm sore. Come on, who makes you a babyface? There's your clue. Bingo. He praised them. And he's not done that. Ooh. I think the last time I remember him praising wrestling fans is when he won the title from CM Punk. From the vacated standpoint, the same promo that I brought up last night. When Punk got injured and then he won it against Danielson in that tournament. The Death Riders are not there to appease the fans. They're not there to appease AEW. They are there to take over. Oh dear, what's he done? Hold on, let's see. Temple's messaged me. What's he done? Jesus Christ, he's actually done it. He's actually done a break the Judas. I'm gonna add this, hold on. I'm gonna add this to our little thing. Let's have a listen to the new song. He's actually delivered Break the Judas. I'm actually quite intrigued now. There it is. Right, let's have a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Set the volume to 10. Where's the Judas part? That's it. That's it. Where's the Judas part? That was it. I mean, the remix sounds good. It's 2 minutes 11. There was no Judas. To be fair, I quite like the tune though. It's actually quite cool. That's woken up my spirits at least. Right, back to this one. You failed. Nah, no one failed. No one failed. Anyway, someone who did fail was Okada. It's the cockiness of Don Callis saying that, well, he can't beat him. But then Moxley counters by, well, yeah, you're going to have to kill me to beat me. Again, living up to his word. I really like that subtlety of like, well, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to really tear me apart. But Moxley's promo after the match is why the Death Riders will turn on him. He praised the fans more than he praised his teammates. That level of appraisal is what gets you kicked out of a faction. Not only did... So last night, Takeshita lost by getting cheated. Fletcher lost because his screwdriver was taken from him. And he had no way of getting past Moxley at that point. Okada lost due to overconfidence and the grit and determination of Moxley. There's your three-headed dragon of the Don Callis family. But then the crowd changed for Moxley and started to cheer for him, so he thanked the fans. And then part 5, Marina Shafir's face. The anger when she praised, when he praised the fans, she was ready to flip. That turn is coming. And it's going to hit like crack. So when that does happen, Suno's a fun app, yeah. The demise is coming for the right way. And when it happens, we will celebrate. Zodiac has a total of 88% of the votes. And we're now at an hour and a half for the main. Who is the best faction, one AEW or in general? We're on 217 views. Thank you. Temple should do my heel entrance music, Nero Doomsday. To be fair, I would, in general, it's the Heart Foundation, the Four Horsemen. To me, the perfect entrance music is like the combination of like Bret Hart with Naito and Judas all in one. Maybe a bit of Battle Cry, because, well, Kenny's Battle Cry was dope. And some Dark Side. You find a way to merge all them together, we destroy. 4 minutes 17, this one. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's see. This one's over 4 minutes. Let's have a listen. I'll remove the other one, and we'll keep this one. Imagine Dragons Battle Cry. Ooh. We're about to find out, my friend. Let's play. so good. Yep. That's perfect, mate. Honestly, you should. You should, just so he doesn't hit us with copyright. Actually, they can't. They can't hit us with copyright on this, can they? It was Nero Doomsday. It's actually so good. That is really good. I want you to try something else for me afterwards, and it's going to be a weird combination. It's really good. Let's see. I wonder. Hmm. The funny thing is, I have one right beside me, and I'm gonna try it, and I want to see exactly what happens. Ooh. The second version. I'm gonna listen to some. Give me 2 seconds. I certainly found a nice, interesting theme there. Temple, see if you can create this for me. If you need the lyrics, I'll send you them. But it's crazy. It actually sounds so bloody cool. Wait till you see this song that I've came up with, folks. I think I need to upgrade for Suno so I can get the full version. If I will, then fine, but it's the actual, like, I want it to be longer than 1 bloody minute. But it's crazy. That's the whole point. Implosion is what's going to happen. What do you see breaking up first? Death Riders or Judgment Day? Death Riders. Because at least they actually will learn to do that, whereas the rest of them won't happen. Soft and Laughter House, eh? Laughter House and Soft. Decent. Okay, main event. We're on 225 views now. So thanks, everybody. Right. Let's have a look at the polls. Takeshita. Takeshita 100% will be the first one out. Looks like you are a DJ for the night. I'm not paying you. Oh, Ahmad scored for the Ivory Coast. Nice. Right, where were we? Moving on. Yeah, Triple H is he's too stuck on the Judgment Day, which is a problem for them. They need to fade away. The main event. MJF versus Swerve Strickland, sorry, Green Lantern Strickland versus Catherine's boyfriend versus Samoa Joe. Oh, YouTube would fucking hate us all. This was exactly what I said was going to happen. No. Is it the best annual tournament? Yes, except this year. But is it the best tournament ever? No. But it's the best annual tournament, yes, but this year's tournament isn't even better than the Continental Classic. But the best tournament ever has never once been duplicated, thank God. It's really hard to book a Fatal 4-Way, so I agree it was solid. But it's very hard to book a Fatal 4-Way in any company because it's about keeping attention. It's really hard to do, and they managed to keep attention on all 4 individuals. But it's so difficult. Alright, best annual. Yeah, it's the best annual tournament. It's really difficult to keep a Fatal 4-Way in check with people because they'll just fade, or they'll lose contrast, or they'll lose interest, they'll lose focus, they'll lose any sense of, why bother? Everybody had a key part to play. Everybody made efforts to win. There was a lot of spoiling moments, which is really good. And I like that MJF played the cocky but cunning heel who's took on opportunity. He capitalized. I liked most of all, I liked the interference as well. Like, the interference made sense. But this is where I have the problem. This is where they should have reintroduced Jay White. All this interference, either you do it now or when the pinfall goes through. This is where he should have shown up. Instead, we just got, well, they get rid of they just get rid of them. They're gone. Swerve does the damage, but it takes him out of the match. And then Hangman hits 2. He hits 2 of his buckshot lariats. He goes for the 3rd on the champion. MJF pushes the champion, then hits a low blow. I agree, Abu. That's alright. That's okay. You need to show me how to use Sunomate properly so I can make a few things for the channel for next year. There's a few things I want to make, so you're going to have to show me properly anyway. But yeah, so the Heat Seeker gets landed on Samoa Joe. The champion is the one that takes the pin, which I think is really strong. Showing, again, avenging the World's End defeat, which is a good thing. The storytelling is strong. You've got 3 young stars here. You've got a retiring main eventer who's done his job. Next, like, this is the final moment of Samoa Joe, which is special. And now you can focus on the young talents, the returning Jay White, the soon-to-be returning Will Ospreay, Swerve, MJF, Hangman, Kyle Fletcher's there. Okada can move into the main event scene soon. Moxley can run the 20-minute Continental Classic matches, which makes sense for him anyway. Do you put Ricochet back in the main event at some point? Yes. Like, there's a lot in there. Oh, he sent me the Penta mashup. Okay. Ooh. Oh. I've just played about 30 seconds of it. Fucking hell. This was the true pillar match. No, not really. But I see why you're saying it. And actually, I get it. Like, I see what you mean. Not a bad thing. So that's our Bulls. Listen to this. I like that. I really like that. After this, I'm going to link up with Temple for a wee bit after this, after the show. Because I'm going to get him to show me how to fucking use Suno. Because there's one particular one I want to make for tomorrow's, well, kind of tomorrow's stream, but something important for New Year. Because I want to get like a particular song for like a whole new fucking intro. Yeah, it's really good. I think it's because it's from Suno. We won't get hit with copyright as well. Right, let's have a look. Chester and Zodiac are tied 38% on this vote, but Zodiac has a 50% lead, so allow me to do the honours. And then in 2026, the All Saturday Night's main event theme is not even going to be a matter, neither will be the presentation, because they're going away from it. Exactly. They would be ideal. Where is... There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get drum emojis in the chat, please? That's the only thing. The lyrics is going to be hard, but I might be able to figure it out. Now that's the good news. Yes, that's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. That's the good news. The bad news is Zodiac's first title defense. Yeah. Yeah. So Zodiac's first title defense is luckily not New Year's Dash, but we will review it. Where we're not gonna predict it because it's on New Year's Day, and I am not doing any more shows for the rest of the year after tomorrow. But his first title defense is Wrestle Kingdom and New Year's Dash. Back-to-back nights for Zodiac. Race is on. Question is, can you beat him? And yeah, a lot of pressure indeed. But I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be just fine. Or for further evidence, it's just going to be, yes, I have. You're representing my brand. You're my champion. You gotta do the job. So, respectfully, Zodiac.
Oh, God.
You gotta step up, boy. And that's exactly what we do. So, Maria asked earlier on, what grade did I give World's End? Great question. Countdown begins his defense, exactly. So I'm gonna give World's End an A minus, or in numerical numbers, a 9.6. I think overall it's one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year across every promotion. I really liked the show. I liked the match order. I liked the teasing of the Death Rider split even more. I like the continuation of story. I like the further conclusion that the three-headed dragon of the Don Callis family will soon implode. I like that MJF is now champion again. I think it's the right choice. Forever how long he is as champion, I'm okay with it. I think there's some parts of the show that I can honestly say I didn't like. So, again, I reiterate, I did not like that Gabe Kidd lost. I don't like that Statlander is still a lazy bitch and Jamie Hayter's boring for 12 minutes. But then for 6 minutes, they were really good. I don't like that Excalibur seems to think that Orange Cassidy, Tony Storm, and Mina Shirakawa should be a throuple. I don't like that match happened in the first place anyway. I don't like that Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, and fucking Nobed was on the show. And Nobed being Orange Cassidy. I don't like they were on the pay-per-view. Don't like it. And I don't like that Tony Khan false advertised. That's something that I want to call out. I put it in our group chat last night because I was really annoyed. I don't like that you false advertise 0-hour shows. The conglomeration in Tony Storm versus the Death Riders was one of 3 originally advertised matches. The other being Eddie Kingston versus Zach Gibson, where Ortiz returned to AEW last night for the first time in 18 months. And the other being Sisters of Sin versus Hyan and Maya World. Congratulations to Hyan and Maya World. They're now officially signed to AEW, so there's a new tag team, which is good. So there's a positive. But then you move the conglomeration and Tony Storm versus the Death Riders to the main show, and then you give us Bandido and Mascara Dorada on the pre-show. Why? You then give us the likes of Josh Alexander on the pre-show. Why? Just tell us what's going to be on the card instead of lying. They really ruined that last night for me. The false advertising is not good. And if that was WWE, I would still call them out for it. If you're advertising matches, don't just randomly decide to fuck that. They had, I will tell you now, my friend, because I didn't watch 0 Hour, so I know they were on it because it was really depressing. They faced Davis and Rocky Romero. And then you had Jurassic Express and Jet Speed versus Josh Alexander, Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toa Leona. Why is Jet Speed and Jurassic Express with Josh Alexander and Ricochet on the fucking 0 Hour show? Make that make sense. 6 minutes 10, 5:40. So that's 11 minutes 50. Then you got a 7-minute 30 tag team match. And then 9 minutes of a 8-man tag. So over 20 minutes of 0 Hour for wrestling. That's okay. But at least live up to what you're saying rather than change things around. That 0 Hour, that Gabe Kidd Darby Allin match is a dynamite match. And the conglomeration and Tony Storm versus Death Riders was a fucking... The timeless Tony Storm and conglomeration versus Death Riders should have been for the other shithole. No worries, Roy Sheen, catch you tomorrow. The only good 0 Hour was the one where Jamie Hayter returned. Yes, that was All In 2024, which I was at. When she booted the shit out of Soraya. Yeah, it is a head scratcher, but people say I don't criticise AEW. Well, I just have. So can people now give me some respite? Positives are all over. I'm going to be heading in just a minute, Abu. I'm just about to go. I've actually went 33 minutes longer than I planned, so I'm happy with that. I like that with you guys. I like it. But I'm going to say key thing. You've made MJF the new champion. Jon Moxley is now your Continental Champion. Okada now returns to just being the International Champion, which he's held for 6 months. There's a new Continental Champion for the first time in 647 days. The Babes of Wrath retained. Which is good. The downfall of Mercedes Moné continues. She now faces a New Year's Smash. New Year's Dash is the New Japan show. New Year's Smash Dynamite. She will face Willow for the TBS title. Will Willow become a double champion? I hope so. I think that'll be really good for Mercedes' downfall. It'll be good for Willow as well, because then it'll make Harley Cameron step up more as well to lead the team, which is good. And then Willow can obviously then pass the title on to someone, which is smart wrestling, which I'm okay with. Or they drop the titles at Revolution, maybe, to the Sisters of Sin. I don't know, but something can happen. I'm okay with it. FTR and the Bang Bang Gang, keep that going. I think that's a good feud. It was a really good segment. It was really good. FTR and the Bang Bang Gang, keep it going. I think that's really smart. When Colton Gunn returns, put Colton with Austin and let them win the titles from FTR. Let Juice go after a title, let Ace Austin go after a title, because there's plenty to go round. Jay White can then come back for the International or the World Championship. The Bang Bang Gang, theoretically, in 2026 could be the dominant faction that AEW needs. And it would be the most exciting. I actually think the best faction in AEW is the Bang Bang Gang. So let it go in that way. Let them really take on. And then obviously, Megan Bayne beats Chris Statlander. I wouldn't mind it, but I think it should be Tekla, in my opinion. But either or I'm happy with either or. So that leaves Swerve and Hangman. I think you're going to get MJF versus Joe rematch. The Sisters of Sin should beat the Babes of Wrath. Yes, I agree. Maybe Double or Nothing? Or Forbidden Door? Actually, no, Forbidden Door, it should be the Babes of Wrath versus... Ooh. I'm not going to say out loud, actually. I don't want people to spoil who's in my head. I just want to see if it happens near the time. But then you've got what can happen. I think Tekla should go for the world title. She's got far more momentum at the minute. I think she's got more momentum. I think she does deserve it more than Megan Bayne. Personally, that's nothing against Megan Bayne in any shape or form. I just think Tekla's got more momentum. And I think that for me, that warrants it more. But I like either or. Tekla's TBS champion would be really good. Off topic, do you agree with Carmelo Hayes winning the US title? Nope, I don't. I don't understand why they've rewarded him with the title. I don't get it. I think MJF's first title defense is either Kenny Omega or Swerve. I think Hangman's going to continue with Samoa Joe, which is the right choice. And then maybe he gets a match with Hook later on, because they need to do that as well. And then well into next year, we get the rematch. Well into next year, I think we will get the Okada Takeshita rematch. Bigger stakes. It'll really hit hard. And then again, this time Okada will put Takeshita over. Why waste time with MJ versus Hangman? That's why I didn't suggest it. I think at the start of the year it was a good feud, but then they just lost it. I think the problem is well, obviously MJF got injured, and then that was it. It just didn't work for him, so he's already lost out. I wouldn't even revisit that feud. I wouldn't even bother. I hope he does, but I don't know, just because of his illness. I think next year you're going to see a couple of title changes. MJF, Omega, Ospreay. Maybe we see Jay White as champion. If not, he'll hold something when he comes back. Fletcher versus Ospreay, I think, will be an all-in main event. They will win the belt from each other. Like, back and forth, but that will go. It's going to be really interesting. Next year will be good. I think next year, as long as they do well on the TV, that's my biggest telling point. Wednesday night, MJF closes the show as the year. I don't think we need MJF versus Hangman. Omega and Bucks trios? Yeah, but we've already seen it so many times. That's my only problem. I think Omega I don't like the idea of part-time singles champions, but I wouldn't mind Omega in that part-time role as world champion where he only wrestles on the pay-per-views. But he at least builds them up on TV. I still think he would be such a vital point of the world title scene, but I don't know. How many people in the UK watch AEW? I've never really seen the TV. See, when it comes to the UK, I don't know. They only do it for America. But AEW is far more watched in the UK than WWE. I know that though. Like, that's been documented though. MJF versus Joe. I don't think he gets a pay-per-view rematch. I think he gets a rematch on TV. And he'll put him over. But that's about it. I don't think you'll see anything else. I think what you'll see is the likes of Omega, Swerve. I think Will Ospreay's the one that beats MJF for the title. But we'll see how far it goes. Yeah, they really have, which I'm glad. The way things are going as well. Yeah, I'm glad as well. See the way things are going. I want them to just do ITV at the same time. Like, ITV should just put Dynamite on a Wednesday night. It'd be so good. I actually think in the next couple of years, forget Darby Allin being world champion, Jack Perry will be world champion the next couple of years. And people might think that's a bad idea. I used to think that. I don't anymore. Like, I'm not like that anymore. I actually think, do it. Not next year. Maybe 2027. But I do honestly see that happening. And that's my bombshell of the night. So focus on the TV. Let's see how MJF does in his first promo. I'm really looking forward to that MJF segment on Wednesday. And I'm looking forward to I'm just looking forward to what they do in 2026. Like, I've just got a gut feeling that they're going to have another good year. But maybe a better year. Focus on your positives, because that'll reduce the detractions. The more you reduce the negatives by focusing on your positives, the better chance you've got in newsflash, WWE, TNA. If you do the same, people will stop shitting on you. Sorry, heavy criticism. Take it seriously. That's the ambition for Pro Wrestling 2026. Take it seriously. Because I guarantee you, Pro Wrestling Noah and New Japan are ready to just stamp up their focus on the world scene. They're ready. Yeah. This is it for me. It's not about which company do you want to be the best. It's the business you want to be at its best. So let's see what they do. Let's enjoy in 2026. Except the Royal Rumble. Fuck the Royal Rumble. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in this evening. It's been a pleasure. 2 hours 14:41. I was aiming for 90 minutes. I was like, you know what? Nah, I like it when there's more with you guys. It's fun. So I will see you all tomorrow night for the end of year show awards from the weekly Steelchair. Myself, Josiah, and Temple will be on. We will do a classic match watch along as well, just to let you know. So you will get it all. 7 PM UK time tomorrow. If not, it'll be 7:30. But with that, I bid you good night.
And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.